Yo, what's up? This is lugnuts.guapo coming at you from Maverick Harley-Davidson, and this is a cafe racer, baby. This is a kit that Harley-Davidson sells you for your Iron 883, and you can get it for other sports as well. This is just the one that we chose to build it on. So yeah, so just real quick, I will change grips, got your bar end mirrors, got your little small little windshield there. A relocation, or not relocation, but a nice little flush speedo right on top of the headlight, and relocation of the foot pegs further back right here. So on the other side you see like the shifter linkages will be different as well. I'll show you real quick. So yeah, check that out. It goes kind of over the primary and back, and got a little short, nice little fender right here. Solo seat, and yeah, I think overall it looks really good. What do y'all think? I think it's a sexy looking thing, but let's see, I don't know how practical it is, but let's ride it, and I'll let you know what I think. Ooh, all right. So that's kind of a pain to put that kickstand up and down. It's something you have to get used to. It's not impossible by any means. Like you can see, it's just a little shifter. It's kind of in the way. But all right, first gear. All right, go Connor. Alright. Alright. Alright, right off the gate, it definitely feels like a sport bike. Big time. I really like this whole speedo. This area right here it's really good looking. Alright. You know what? Obviously, we didn't do any performance things on it. Oh yeah, clip-ons, by the way. It also has clip-ons, as you can see. Now, performance-wise, we didn't do anything, and it performs just like an Iron 883 would. It definitely changes how you feel about the bike when you ride it. 983, you feel, it kind of has that bobberish look to it. It's really looks great. And so does this. It definitely makes you feel like you can be way more aggressive. Way more aggressive than you would if you just had your standard mid controllers and your drag bar up top. Definitely when you hit that throttle, whoo, and you tuck in, and it's a fun sensation. Yeah, it makes you want to lean it a lot harder too. That's what this bike is begging for. Yeah, man, I will say the ergonomics, listen, this is not a very comfortable bike. If you came from the sport bike world, hey, more power to you. This makes complete sense. Guys, I'm essentially almost humping the tank. And it's like a natural reaction when you hit the throttle. Your wrist goes down and your whole body just tucks in. I would say that's it adds to the sensation of this bike. Now, since your controllers are further back, your knees bend in a weird way that I'm not used to. And I've ridden sport bikes before. This just feels a little bit more a little odd. So ergonomics, this is not a bike that you would want to travel with, that's for sure. If you're like in the city commuting, this bike will be a lot of fun. Oh man. So you know, when you're sitting like I am right now, I'm not really resting I'm not resting my weight on my wrist. But when I tuck in and pull in, I mean, I've ridden sport bikes that most of the time you can feel the weight of your body on your wrist, and that's not a good feeling in the long run. I don't really feel that way on this bike. I'm not really sure why that is, but it's a good feeling. This is a good feeling right here. Oh, I just want to lean this hard. Too bad this curve is so wide. Yeah, this bike definitely makes you want to ride it hard. And if that's your style, this is not a bad option for sure. If you already have an Iron 883, this is not a bad kit to have if you don't ride it for long distances, honestly. And one of the things is when you come to a stoplight, I mean, you can't really stand. You have your back straight up. And if you put it in neutral, then yeah, no big deal. I mean, duh. But having to hold on to, if you were holding to the brake and you're leaned over quite a lot. Whew, man, I rode this bike when we first built it, and it definitely, again, made me want to ride it really hard. But it's a good looking bike. The one thing I do wish this bike had was sorry, the one thing I do wish this bike we would have I'm messing up my words over here. The one thing I wish we could have done on this bike is inverted front forks and a taller rear suspension, and of course the better inverted front forks being taller as well. But at that point you're already looking into a roadster, and they do sell the kit for the roadster, by the way, to make it just like this, clip-on bars, and all this is Harley stuff, by the way. So you can go to your local Harley dealer and get this kit. Personally, I think this bike sits a little too low, man, honestly. I mean, you're not gonna grind the pegs as hard where they're located, but you will feel a lot more in control the higher you're off the ground, because you can lean it a little bit more. I don't know if any of that made sense, but geez, look at that traffic. Anywho, it's a fun bike. It looks great. I think it looks fantastic. I like that it looks low to the ground. I don't like how it is riding this low to the ground. That's just personal preference. I just wish there were some like really curvy roads around here. I think this bike would be a blast. Oh man. Hey man, you need to test ride this bike. If you like the look, make sure that you test ride before you buy it. So call us here at 972-245-1492, schedule a test ride, make it yours, and get some wind therapy. Check us out on Instagram at Mav Harley, and on Facebook as well, Maverick Harley-Davidson, and on YouTube. If you're watching this video, subscribe, help us out. The more subscribers, the more content we can start putting out, and do some more shenanigans, do more builds, and maybe be a little bit more intricate about our videos. I would love to do that for you guys. So yeah, check us out on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/ml-hd. Check us out on iTunes as well at MLHD, and listen to this podcast, man. Listen to our conversations with people that work at both dealerships, Longhorn and Maverick. Also make sure to subscribe to the Longhorn Harley-Davidson's YouTube channel. I'll put the link at the end of this video. So yeah, anywho, this is overall, listen, this is a really fun bike. It really makes you want to ride it aggressively. It's a good looking bike. It really is. If you're a shorter person and you want a cafe racer, I think this would probably be a more fun option for you as opposed to a roadster. Roadster it does have a taller suspension, but hold on, I totally just forgot what I was saying. But yeah, this is a great option if you're a shorter person, like, and you prefer to be have your feet planted on the ground, then this is a great option. So, oh, and it looks great. So anywho, get on your Harley and get some wind therapy. Later. Oh, my legs are cramping up. Oh, did I mention those pegs kind of get in the way when you're trying to back it up? It takes some getting used to.